chat, like, bro. So, that first entry, I was having a mental breakdown. I was having a mental breakdown. But, it's okay because it was really bad, after I posted the video. And then, the day after, I went ahead and I went through the depressive episode. It was pretty bad. But, yesterday was an amazing day after that. Like, yesterday, that was a great day. But I wanted to talk about how today is the second journal entry, I'm going to post or whatever, right? And I wanted to be able to speak about my newest project coming out, right? So I have my phone here, so I'm going to go ahead and like show what's up with the whole cover first, so I can go ahead and start speaking about this. Start speaking about this for real. But my newest EP is called Unbounded Love. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it right now, but like, this is my newest EP's cover, right? And it's called Unbounded Love, and this EP is deeply reflective of how I used to be a human, and how I used to pretty much just be ignorant about my culture and people in general. And it also is an EP that is also going to be speaking about topics of my personal health issues, mental issues, and how I used to perceive myself. And I feel like towards the end of the album, the EP, it also speaks about how just mentally fucked I was, really. I feel like the track list also represents that, because to start off with it, we start off with Headlocked, which is an insane track to start off with, I feel like, because we're immediately starting off in like this one, like, give me a second, I'm gonna turn on this thing real quick, because this shit needs to be spoken about. Yeah, okay, cool. But so we start off with Headlocked, right? And Headlocked is a pretty hectic fucking song to start off with, but I feel like it made sense, and it still makes sense in my opinion, because so basically the backstory to this song, I was drunk off my ass, I'm not gonna lie, and I was in my best friend's apartment, right? So they're in their room doing whatever, right? So both my best friends, they're chilling, whatever, doing their own thing, because it's like dead at night at this point, and like we're like mad turnt, you know what I mean? So I'm sitting outside of the fucking room or whatever, and I'm sitting near like this little like like a little living room area, basically, on the couch, just chilling. And I was like, damn, like, look, you want to make something real quick? So I opened up my fucking iPad, and I was like, let me go ahead and make this beat. And I made an insane fucking bass beat, just like that, because I was bored, and like I thought the shit was thumping. So I was like, damn, I gotta low-key record on this, but I don't got my mic on me. I didn't have my mic on me at the moment, so I waited until the next morning and went down to the garage, whatever, got my fucking mic from the garage, went back to the apartment, back to the crib, and I recorded this shit. And when I started fucking singing over, I was like, yeah, this is how I'm gonna attack this shit for real. Because the more I heard it, the more I kept thinking like, na 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 na. You know what I mean? I want to catch a vibe, catch a rhythm. You know what I mean? So I started off like this for real. Like, you see how it's just very bassy, very bumpy, and in the background you can't really hear right now because, like, obviously, it's just a speaker right now blasting this shit. But you can hear the bass is very just like Now it's like na 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 na. Said if I get it out of bed, take a pill, get out of shit. You can keep me on a ski, bitch. You're dead wrong, dead wrong, dead wrong, dead dead, cause now you're head. Let's go. Like, you know what I mean? I literally said, if I get head rocked out, oh, my bad. I said, if I get headlocked out of bed, take a pill, then rock out of shit. You can't keep me locked, escape me, bitch, you're dead wrong. Because I'm just speaking facts. Like, if I get headlocked out of bed, take a pill, then rock. Because I really do be getting out of bed and I be rocking out. I rock out. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's how you have to really live your life for real. I feel like if you're not really living your life to be exciting, you know, to like get lit, get turned. And that's what this intro is basically saying. You know, fuck, you know, getting up and, you know, like not being lit. Like, are you not happy to be up right now? Like, if I get headlocked out of bed, take a pill, then rock out of shit. You can't keep me locked. Try to escape me, bitch. You're dead wrong. And literally, I feel like where I say you can't keep me locked, it comes right back to the end. You know, the last fucking track, the bonus track, whatever, couldn't find. But when we get there, right? So that's the first song. Boom. Now you may be thinking, this first song had nothing to do with the EP, you know, concept wise. And that's where I would say, nigga, no. It has everything to do with it. Because I feel like this first song is loud, it's hectic, but it really does kind of like climb into my mind of like how my mind was operating at the time. Loud and hectic. I feel like it was just non-stop, you know? So I feel like, you know, it just exudes that. All right, so the next song, we got Black and Beautiful. This is definitely the switch, you know, second track. So now I'm diving into more concept now, right? So, like I was saying previously, you know, I was low-key a coon. You know, it was really bad. But I was able to kind of escape that mindset now. And not only that, I'm learning and, you know, gaining more knowledge about, you know, my people and, you know, our culture and shit like that, and just black people in general. And I love my people for real. I love myself more than I ever thought I ever would. You know, I used to really hate myself and I used to hate my skin. You know, it was really hard for me to live, you know, as me and like live inside of my skin for real. So this song Black and Beautiful means a lot to me because it's a very simplistic beat that I made, yes, but and like, you know, me saying, you know, just repeatedly saying, you know, black and beautiful. Remember that you're black and beautiful. I feel like it's me, like, not only reiterating to myself, but also me fucking like trying to pretty much just pounce it in my head, and just everyone that's gonna listen to this track in general, like, you are, like, if you are black, you are beautiful. Don't ever deny yourself that right to, you know, have that self-confidence in yourself, but also have that love for yourself and the people that are around you, because my internal hate became external hate at some point, and that's not okay. So it's Black and Beautiful for real, you know what I mean? Like, remember that you're like, it's affecting right now. It's fucked. Remember that you're black and beautiful. Remember that you're black and beautiful. Remember that you're black and beautiful. Remember that you're. Well, I mean, like I said, it's a very repetitive track, but that's why it's also a very short track. But it's literally to uplift, you know? You listen to it, and I want you to be like, you know, if you're, you know, if you are black like me, you know, I want you to remember that always you are black and beautiful. And everyone that, you know, surrounds us that are black, they're beautiful. We're all beautiful. And I'm not just saying that about just only black people. Like, everybody is beautiful. You know what I mean? Everyone is beautiful. But especially if you're black, you are beautiful. Never fucking forget that. I feel like it needs to be said. It needs to be known. You know, what's happening right now in today's society type shit. You know what I mean? Next song is Unbounded Love. This is the title track, you know, to the EP. And with this song, it's my most personal song. I feel like, um, when it comes to terms of concept on this EP, because I literally am not only going ahead and pretty much saying this is how I am going to kind of like show unbounded love, but also pursue bounded love. Um, it's me literally talking about how, because like in the beginning, the lyrics aren't gonna make any sense to most people whenever they go here and here. But I took my time and fell. You talk shit, go to hell. I'm dying slowly, dying slowly. Eyes lower while you hold me. You know what I mean? Like, that sounds very depressing when you hear it, right? But what I'm basically saying is, how I was viewing myself due to the way that I did not like myself internally. So, saying I took my time and fell, and you talk shit, go to hell, but I'm dying slowly, eyes lower while you hold me. I'm on a new route, I don't know where to go, taking all these drugs, I'm moving really slow, let the bass come in, cause when it's thumping, can't help but move my feet, I'm really jumping. You know what I mean? Like, said I took my time and fell, and you touched it, go to hell. I'm dying slowly, eyes lower while you hold me. I'm on the new route, I don't know where to go, taking all these drugs, I'm moving really slow, let the bass come in, cause when it's jumping, can't help but move my feet, I'm really jumping. I took my time and fell, and you touched it, go to hell. I'm dying slowly, eyes lower while you hold me. I took my time and fell, and you touched it, go to hell. I'm dying slowly, eyes lower while you hold me. And I don't know if niggas are ever gonna peep what I said right there in the back. I'm saying, you can't stop me, you can't even stop this, you can't stop me, you can't even stop this. Because it's true. If I've made it this far, I'm 21 years old right now, right? I'm gonna give y'all some fucking backstory real quick, right? So, when I was in high school, I was heavily depressed, you know what I mean? And I did not see myself living past 18, technically. Well, mainly 17. But, I didn't see myself living past my teenage years, basically, right? So I thought that, me having that mindset of like, yeah, I'm gonna die young and shit like that. Like, I thought that not only did I like fucking think that was cool for some edgy, odd reason, but I also really did believe it because that's the only thing that I kept. That's the only energy I pretty much kept around myself. And this was before I ended up, being in a fucking relationship or whatever in high school that fucking ended 2 years after I was in that relationship. If that makes sense, right? So you can't stop me. You can't even stop this, because if I made it this far, being 21 years old after not really seeing myself alive at a certain age and having a certain mindset, yeah, I was able to climb out of that mindset due to the people that helped me and that were surrounded by me. All my friends, they helped me out of such a dark place. You can't stop me. And I'm also saying that to myself, like my previous self, basically, like, I am who I am now. You can't stop me. You can't even stop this. So, I don't know where to go, taking all these drugs, I'm moving really slow, let the bass come in, cause when it's thumping, can't help but move my feet, I'm really jumping, I'm on the new route, I don't know where to go, taking all these drugs, I'm moving really slow, let the bass come in, cause when it's thumping, can't help but move my feet, I'm really jumping. I took my time and fell, you touched it, go to hell, I'm dying slowly, eyes lower while you said, because like, come on now, niggas gotta stop playing with me, bro. Like, when I say oppression is what sells, gotta lift up my community, cause black black is beautiful, 'cause black is beautiful. I took my time and fell, and you thought shit go to hell. I'm dying slowly, dying slowly. I slower while you hold me. Oppression is what sells. Gotta lift up my community, 'cause black is beautiful, 'cause black is beautiful. Like, next song we have is Pioneers. This is the interlude to the EP, right? And this is honestly another favorite song of mine because, you know, I made this beat off a whim as well. When making this beat, I was like, damn, I don't know how I'm gonna fucking approach this. But I ended up watching the fucking Malcolm X movie starring what's his face? Freaking Denzel Washington, I'm pretty sure, right? Bro, such a great film. And, you know, man, it really, this is also like one of the inspirations that really made me want to make this project. It was literally because I watched that Malcolm X film and I became a huge fan of just that ideology and that mindset that Malcolm X had when, you know, he was here and, you know, he was trying to uplift our people. You know what I mean? So yeah, this is literally just one of the ones I feel like, you know, because this song, I feel like this song is a song that's meant to be listened to if you want to be conscious, or like at least you gotta have an open mind. I feel like, you know, listening to this shit for real, because I feel like this song can easily be interpreted as, you know, I feel like certain people can interpret it as, you know, a way of being like, oh, this is just, you know, black supremacy talk, da, da, da. And it's like, no, nigga, I'm not gonna sit here and act like, you know, like, bro, I'm not only like, you know, my thing is like I care about everybody and everyone, of course. You know, I'm a very kind person, I feel like. But my thing is, let's also be real and let's call out injustice for what, like, when, you know, when we actually see it for real. Because I'm a black young man in America. Like, I have to work 8 million times harder than, you know, these white folk. Let's be fucking real. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to sit here and, you know, be like I'm better than you, but like, you can never make this. So that's all I really gotta say, really. You know what I mean? That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. I said, that's all I gotta say. And that put drums. Like, I like my shit loud and banging, you know what I mean? And I said,
there's so much injustice that goes on, I think I need to escape. My brothers and sisters, don't you worry, baby, this is your escape. We make better music, better art, better creative stakes. That's why when we do shit, we're the pioneers. They just wanna follow. Follow. They just wanna follow. Follow. Said they just wanna follow.
The only way we're going to get some of this oppression and exploitation away from us or aside from us.
you know what I mean? Had to put my nigga in there for real. Had to put Malcolm in there for real. Let niggas know. Let niggas know. Need I say more? Like, come on now. I feel like this next song is very self-explanatory. It's literally, I feel like it's a very this is like gonna be the most, like, how could I put this? Like, this gonna be the most like kind of like what the fuck song on the EP, I feel like. But like I said, it makes sense because, like I said, I'm talking about, this is a reflection of me. This EP is a reflection of me. I'm a mess. I'm trying to be less of a mess. And this song is called Too Many Drugs in My System, because this is how I be feeling whenever I have too much shit going on, not only in my brain, but also when I really do have a lot of things, you know, in my system for real. Like, I be feeling like this, like, system, really fucking up my membrane. My memory is scattered. My brain, my brain, my memory is scattered. My brain is. I got plenty ways to get better. Know you all the shit in my system, really fucking up my membrane. And my system really fucking up my membrane. My brain, my memory is scattered. My brain is like, oh. I just can't wait for niggas to really hear this whole thing for real, bro. The next song we got is Root Bear. Now, niggas are gonna like see the fucking title and be like, what the fuck? Wait, that's not Root Bear next, my bad. It's I Fell in Love with a Monster. My bad, bro. So this song, this one I didn't make the beat, but I arranged how it laid out, if that makes sense. So I did the mixing, of course. I just didn't make the beat, but everything else I did myself, right? The one that made the beat was my best friend, you know. She goes by her artist name, Rissy, and I mean, great artist. You know, I'm gonna definitely go ahead and freaking put her link into like her stuff and all that, because like y'all gotta listen to her shit, bro. Like when she dropped, like personally, she's my Frank Ocean. Like whenever she drops shit, like it's always fire. And not only that, she's just a creative fucking soul and genius. And I really love this beat because not only does it remind me of just Euphoria, but it also reminds me of just like, you know, how I pretty much view like how I viewed falling in love with my ex, pretty much. And that's why I titled it, you know, I Fell in Love with a Monster, for real. So yeah. Like, I'm over here basically thinking, right, in the sense of when I hear those, like, you know, that's me kind of like falling more into the trance and trap. You know what I mean? But then the whole, you know, that's me literally like also being like, yo, wake the fuck up though. Like, you can't stay with this crazy girl because, like, bro, I'm not gonna lie. It's not even like she was crazy or anything. It's more so like the shit I was doing to be with this girl was just fucking crazy. I was really obsessed and I really liked her, you know? So, that's that song for real. Boom. I Fell in Love with the Monster. And it's a quick, you know, instrumental fucking song. Shout out Rissy for real. Like, it would not be possible without her for real. Honestly, I feel like this whole thing, like, wouldn't have been possible without my fucking best friends, bro. So shout out them for real. Like, love them to death. Like, bro, forever. Y'all know who y'all like. Y'all know who y'all are. That's all I really gotta say. And next song is Root Bear. Okay, so like I said, this one it's titled very weird because it's spelled route with another E, of course, and then bear. But it's because, you know, I'm not saying that this will officially happen, but like, you know, potentially, very, very, there is a potential, but it's like low chance at this point because, like, you know, niggas really don't like talking, you know, about, you know, when they want to link and shit to actually get shit done, yet you want to work, make it make sense. But, you know, might have a duo on the way, but I named it Root Beer because I feel like I was very conflicted on which route to take. And I was like, yeah, whenever I'm gone for real, it really always has me pondering in a great way. But it can also be too much at times. So that's why I was like,
off these drugs so backwards. I'm taking all these drugs so backwards. I can't feel my face. No, I'm making no sense. So I'm thinking of better days, thinking of paradise. Of course, I want you to stay. You're the love of my life. And like, I'm not even like really saying like I want that person to say. It's more so I'm saying like I want what I desire, what I truly desire and love to stay. Man, you just gotta hear it to believe it. And like this song is also gonna be another like what the fuck song. I feel like that people are gonna hear and be like, what the fuck? But like if you get it, you get it. I feel like, I feel like if you really have gone through shit like this or like felt this way whenever, as in general, I feel like it'll make sense when it makes sense. You're the love of my life, taking a different route. I don't know where I'm headed, unconventional route. We've seen that bear. Unconventional route, we see that bear. I'm taking all these drugs so backwards.
But yeah, I didn't make the beat for this one though. That was a producer named Omoral, and I have his credits and everything posted up whenever I go ahead and put the shit out for him. But the rest of the EP I made myself. Besides those two songs, it was Root Bear and what's it called? Root Bear and I Fell in Love with a Monster. Those are the only two that I did not make beat wise, basically. But every other thing I made myself. Like this is all mine. This is all mine, and I'm really proud of that. The next song is the outro to the original EP, right? It's called One to One, and I made this way back, like this song I made way back for in my room, back at home, where I was living at with my fucking parents or whatever. And it was literally me and my fucking acoustic guitar. I just sat there and strummed along a few patterns or whatever, and I put the shit together literally all myself, and I just sung over this shit for real and just spoke about how, how I was feeling in the moment, and I was really craving, to be with somebody, but not only that, I just really craved connection in general. So that's why, the lyrics pretty much go, I wish that you could hold me lonely. I would see the body in December. Don't think you'd remember. Down, said some things down. The clock will drown. Something happened inside the bottom. Baby girl, I wish that you could hold me. I'm standing very boldly. I'm holding a lighter over gasoline. We're at the strip, down the bottle. While you go full throttle, I'm making odd looks at the wrong person at the wrong time. Like, I didn't write this shit. I just remember all my songs from my fucking head, so. But I'll play till the chorus starts, bro.
I wish that you could hold me, hold me. I would see the lights in December. Don't think you'd remember. Some things down, said some things down. The clock will drown. Something happened inside the bottom, baby girl. I wish that you could hold me. I'm standing very boldly. I'm holding a lighter over gasoline. We're at the strip, down the bottle. While you go full throttle, I'm making omelets at the wrong person at the wrong time. Bury my pride, cast me to the side. Something will decide. sigh. How we could be one. I wanna feel your skin. Can we be one on one? I wanna have some fun. If you decide to betray me, you might be on the run.
Like, I love that song so much. Now, the bonus songs, I'm not going to play for real because I want those to kind of like, be surprises. But for the first bonus song, it's called Come. And I understand it's a very crazy name, but it's just the truth. Like, I'm a freak ass nigga. So it's time to add freak ass songs to what I do because I want to fully express who I am, right? So literally when hearing the song, like, I can mention the lyrics, I'm like, so if you wait, yeah, wait, so if you knew me, I'm not, I don't know, you know anyways, that's that song for real. And then Confined is the next bonus song, you know what I mean? And like, that song is also another song where like you got to actually hear it to believe it for real. And no, I'm putting this disclaimer out right now before I even get heat for this. I already know when I drop this shit, and like if niggas actually do listen to this song for like my parents or whatever, they're gonna probably think I really do want this nigga to die. No, I don't want my dad to die for real. This is like literally how I was just feeling in the moment, and not only that, it's just my artistic expression. This is how I be feeling about people at times. You know what I mean? Like, but no, I don't really want this nigga to die for real, like. But yeah, bro, like, that's that. And because I'm feeling nice, so I'm gonna go ahead and play a song that's gonna be on the newest fucking album. It's gonna be After. And this song that I'm gonna play means so much to me, bro. Like, it means more than the world to me. Like, not even just this song, but this whole new album that's gonna come after this EP. Because like, I was literally saying this in my bed before I even start recording this shit. But pretty much, Unbounded Love, right? So the synopsis of Unbounded Love is, like I said, it's me, full-fledged me, right? But then we're taking me, and I want us to view me in the newest lens of a new character that I'm creating called Lemay Stone, right? So Lemay Stone, he is also a 21-year-old, navigating through a new city, right? And I wrote this shit down, so let me bring out my notes before I continue. But yes, he's navigating a new city on his own, and the night gets the loudest for him, It's an electronic pop alternative punk inspired album that I've created, all right? And this is literally the first chapter to Lemay Stone's story. And basically, Guts, this was the first, it's not the first song, but it's the second song on the album, which is what I'm about to play. But it was supposed to be the intro to this album, but I ended up making a way better intro, so I kept this as a second song. But this is a slow cut song basically, and not only that, it's very like it's very vibey, very groovy, you know what I mean? And basically, this is just how I personally felt after I went ahead and lost my V card for real. I didn't know that she was that going until she pretty much told me to my face. You know what I mean? And I regret the way I lost it, but like, I can't take that back. But like I said, this is also just about Lemay Stone as well, and this is him, reminiscing, his past. But I called it Guts because I feel like it took guts to even like sing on this song and stuff like that. And not only that, it just took guts. I feel like it takes guts to look at your past and things that you went through and shit like that, and also be able to self-reflect. And I feel like I self-reflect very heavily, especially like since I've been going to freaking counseling or whatever. I've kind of noticed that instead of like speaking about like things that happened in my past or anything like that, kind of like really speaking about it, I tend to more so self-reflect. Like, I tend to reflect way more on like just what I'm going through right now. I tend to reflect on that and like my current state of feeling, because if I feel like at times when I look back at my past, and then I feel nothing but guilt and shame, and I just want to end it all again. Like I have a really bad like mental health when it comes to pretty much just like my life in general. Like I don't know, like I've always just been this way, but I don't know. This is a hard song to explain, but yeah, this is guts though. So I really hope that I just really hope that when niggas hear this shit, they really like actually hear it. But I'm not playing the whole thing at all, mind you. I'm about to play just a bit. Like, niggas don't really understand what I said there. I said, over and is rushing through, it seems to be crushing you. Going and going a bit, going and going a bit, don't let words see where I've been, Like, come on now. Come on now. I said, over and is rushing through, it seems to be crushing you. Going and going a bit, I'm going a bit, I don't like where I see where I've been, going and is rushing through, it seems to be crushing you. Going and going a bit, like, but yeah, that is gonna be my newest project, Unbounded Love, and all I gotta say now is, when this shit drops, which is the 7th of August, I hope that, if niggas do tune in, that y'all enjoy this shit for as much as I enjoyed making it. And I can't wait to go ahead and release this album after. But, man, this is gonna be really fun. This is gonna be really fucking fun. So I hope y'all have a great day. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have an amazing day. I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna make another video later today for real, because I'm about to get fried out of my mind. And yeah, because I haven't smoked in like what? How many days has it been? Today's the 1st of August. Let me check my app, because I got an app that tracks this shit. It's been 4 days since I last, hit anything. I can't wait. I can't wait. And we can do it together. Type shit. But yes,